Hey, how's it going? Brian's here. Today is April 27th, 11 something p.m., I'd imagine. And I just finished my third day and final day of this trip at Disney World. So I was at Animal Kingdom as the last one. So first one was Magic Kingdom, second one was Hollywood, and third one was Animal Kingdom. And I want to share with you as much as I can think of to help you on your trip to Disneyland. I skipped Epcot, so can't help you there. But while everything's fresh in my mind, wanted to give you like a nice little rundown. So it was something that I was really looking forward to. And let's see, Magic Kingdom, the first day was kind of a mess because it was the first time at Disney, didn't know what to do, what was going on, couldn't get Genie Plus to work, didn't really understand the functions. So start from the beginning. Day one, check-in. Even though we had the tickets, we still had to check in to get the card. So we had to check in and get one of these Walt Disney World 50th cards. So even though we had a third party pay, so we go to the front desk, we pick it, and then in Genie Plus, which we paid extra for, which was totally worth it. It fumbled, but then we started to get it. So basically, you pick up one of these cards and you go to the theme park. Genie Plus allows you to register for rides starting at 7 a.m., which we didn't know about. It would have saved us a lot of time. Like maybe we could have gone to Seven Dwarfs or something else. So it works two ways. One, the most popular attraction, they may or may not let you reserve depending on whether or not you booked with the Disney Resort. If you did, then you can book things like Star Wars Force, the Resistance, or Avatar or Snow White with the Seven Dwarfs. Depending on how popular they are, you might have to pay $15 a person to get in, and that lets you select the time and go in. Now, if you have Genie Plus, which you paid extra for, let's say, now the advantage of that is, let's say there's a ride you really want to go to. For example, we booked one of the rides in Magic Kingdom. I think we booked, what was the ride? It wasn't Space Mountain. It was Speedway. So we booked Speedway, which had a 50-minute wait time or an hour and 20-minute wait time. And we booked it for, let's say, 12 noon. So if we get to the park at, let's say, 9:30 and our reservation's at 12 noon, instead of waiting that hour and a half at the Speedway, we went to Space Mountain instead. We went to check out Toy Story stuff. We went to get food. So instead of having to wait in the line, you basically are able to book something for later, show up at that time and go into what's called the lightning lane and skip the line entirely. So that's the advantage. And then after 2 hours later, you can book another one, like, and have two bookings at the same time or something like that. But I highly recommend you check out other people's videos or explanations on how to use Genie Plus. I think it's absolutely mandatory for the Disney parks because you're gonna lose out on so much experience if you don't. So figure out Genie Plus. Not gonna really go through it with this video, try to focus on other stuff, and then we'll go from there. So if it's your first time at Disney, you can get one of these pins called First Visit. Tell them it's your first time at Disney, you'll get one of these first visits. I was celebrating my very, very belated birthday, so I got a happy, I'm celebrating happy late birthday. So this was really, really cool. So that's park number one. Park number two was, I think, probably my favorite park, which was Hollywood Studios. Now, Disney Magic Kingdom was kind of like huge, maybe because we were disoriented, we didn't know which way to go. We also we were fortunate enough to get a reservation at Be My Guest, which was a prefix Beauty and the Beast themed restaurant. $62 a person prefix, 3 courses, not including tax and gratuity, and drinks are separate. And it's basically, the place is basically a castle. You have the Beast run out at that time and greet you, and you have a server, like the best service and the best food. The food, now this did take 2 hours of our trip because it's 3 courses. So I think in retrospect, I wouldn't do it again because it takes up so much time in the day. I could have been doing other attractions, and it's fairly expensive. I think for 4 people, it was $360 at the end of it. And we didn't even order alcohol. So that was but it was a good once in a lifetime experience, and we definitely were able to skip having to make a reservation in advance. We got super lucky. I guess someone didn't show up to their reservation. happen to get a table. Otherwise, we wouldn't. And yeah, it's really, really cool. So that's park number one. Park number two. Let's move this out of the way. And this is the map. And this is what we did. So we couldn't book Force Awakens. So we were able to book the Millennium Falcon ride, which was, so this is the entrance all the way up. We ran to the Resistance because the Resistance was an hour and a half wait starting when we got at the door. Then it turned out to 2.5 hours. And then what was worse was that the ride malfunctioned, but we were able to save our place in line. So it took us 3 hours and 15 minutes, give or take, to be able to go on that ride. Now the park I think opened at 8 a.m. or something, or 8:30. I think it's like 8 a.m. And when we got to the park, we ran to this Resistance one, and fortunately, because we figured out how Genie Pass works, at 7 a.m. I was able to book the Galaxy's Edge Millennium Falcon Bounty Hunter ride at 12:35 p.m. So by the time we waited basically 3 hours and change to get this, and then as soon as that was done, we were able to run to our Millennium Falcon reservation, skipping what was at that time an hour and 50-minute wait. So like 110 minutes the wait was. Like basically we saved 2 hours of our life having to re-wait there. So that's the advantage of Genie Plus for $15 a person. And picked up this really, really cool Coca-Cola bottle, which I will be keeping as long as possible because you can only get it there. It's a standard Coca-Cola, but the bottle is basically a detonator/grenade. I'm not going to open this, not going to peel it off, but yeah, it's $6 for this. It comes with a little detonator cap. And I am going to do everything in my power to make sure that I preserve this as long as possible, but definitely fragile. It's just plastic, and at any moment I feel like I can cut any of these plastics off even by accident, so I have to be really, really careful with it. And I'll probably put it in a plastic bag and never touch it again because this was super, super cool. $6. They're going for like $30 on eBay or something like that before even shipping or tax. So they're going for a obnoxious amount of money, but it's a really, really cool memento. So then I would say that before you go to Disney, if let's say you're going to Disney 2 months later, for the love of whatever, figure out the day. And if you're a huge fan of Star Wars like I am, make a reservation at the Sani lightsaber, because if you don't make a reservation like 2 months in advance, you won't get a slot. Like rarely, we weren't able to, no one canceled out the reservation or whatever it was, or maybe they were even overbooked even. But if you want a custom lightsaber, even though it's $220 and you're thinking, oh my God, who's spending $220 on lightsabers for that experience? Definitely go online and book as advanced as possible. See what days are open and book that. Because if you don't make a reservation for that lightsaber event, like me, you're going to go out like sad that you weren't able to build your own lightsaber. First world problems. Anyway, what we did do, however, was I was able to buy. There was a limit of 2 Cal Kestis lightsabers, the hilts and the blades and everything, but it's really, really expensive. And heads up, the boxes are really, really heavy. So I learned this the hard way. I took it. We had a reservation for Toy Story Mania. We went on the ride to put it down, and dragging basically 25, 30 pounds of lightsaber stuff, really not something you want to do. So after we finished the Toy Story Mania, right after we bought the lightsabers, which was really expensive, 3 lightsabers and accessories cost $327. So almost spent like $1,000 on just lightsaber stuff. I'm rounding up really high because it was definitely over 820, like 827 something, for 3 hilts and blades and stands, and just really expensive. And so we went from here and we went out of the park, dropped off all our stuff in the blazing hot heat, and then ran back, costing us about another hour before we were able to do other stuff. Now, so if you're thinking about buying a lightsaber and the hilts and stuff, I probably recommend you do that towards the end of the day. If you're going to drag it out, or get there into the park so early that you can buy it, run, dump it at your car and go back, because that's really was really a hassle, and we spent a lot of money, and there's no way to leave it at rides. Like imagine we're going on an upside down roller coaster. So but the shows were phenomenal. Don't miss Indiana Jones. Don't miss the mini adventure, which is in I think the Chinese theater. This is the Mickey and Minnie adventure. So must do is the Indiana Jones show, Mickey and Minnie. Definitely don't miss the Resistance. Whatever you do, go in the morning as early as possible. Get it out of the way while the timing is low, and it's absolutely worth it. Try that. We didn't do the Slinky. We didn't do this tower. It was not working for a while, but definitely something that you can clear. We ended up leaving the park, I think, like 8 p.m. Even though the park closed at 8:30 or something, or 9, I think. But anyway, that concludes park number 2, and it was the most expensive park because we bought a lot of lightsaber stuff. So on to the last theme park that I went to that I really want to give a lot of tips about, which is Animal Kingdom, which has the Avatar stuff. And I wish I knew this sooner. So basically the park is huge. It opens at 7:30 a.m. for regular people and 7 a.m. for, if you're a Disney resort. So 7:30 we're at the gate waiting to get in. So we're in, and the first thing we do, because in the morning we couldn't even make a reservation, we bum rushed, ran through the gate into Avatar, World of Avatar, and then we did the Avatar flight ride, and I was able to also get the river ride by Genie Plus. So long story short, ran here. The wait was only 50 minutes because we got there so early. Like we got so lucky, because later in the day it was like 3-hour long wait, which is ridiculous. So we finished this at around, I think, like 8:30 or 9 or so, and then this reservation was at like 9:30. So we were able to get some snacks, get some goodies, explore the place, do this, and then run around. The safari was definitely not miss either. We made a reservation for that like 3 hours later. But in the meantime, we went to the Rafiki's Planet Watch. Now, this W that you see here is this book, which is the Wilderness Explorer book. This is free. They give this to you when you're at the park. And if you're a fan of Up like I was, like I love the movie To Know Tomorrow, definitely would try to get this. We got this book in Rafiki's Planet Watch, but maybe I think you can get it at the entrance. Maybe if they have it, not sure, but this is where we got it. All the way at the end, we didn't even know about it. But this is really cool. Like I really have to show this to you because this is animal themed, right? So basically, the park is huge. Don't miss the Himalaya thing darting across the place. Whatever you do, don't miss Lion King. So Lion King, the Himalayan Mount Everest excavation thing with the Yeti. This one don't miss. The Lion King show. This one don't miss. This one don't miss. This was cool. I learned how to draw a Bruce from Finding Nemo, the great white shark. So got free drawing lessons. I'm gonna frame that later, and then you can run around. There's a lot to talk about, but this book is really special. You open this up, Brian. So I pledge like I love wildlife. I love wilderness, and you basically go and you get this book, and then you go around the park where there's a W, and you collect stickers, but you do stuff. So basically, all these places, they tell you the location of the different stickers that you can get to fill your book. So like, for example, the Wilderness Explorer Call got a sticker on it. See, it'll say, if you didn't get it, it'll say place badge here, and you get badges through the entire park. So this book has a lot of sentimental value because we went to the different things, like for example, habitat badge, conservation badge. At the end, it's really nice. It's notes, great job, like stuff like that. Like, and then I got a Wilderness Explorer badge that I put in the front because this one you can put on your shirt or whatever. But this was really touching and really awesome, and I really wish I knew about this like first thing, like at 7:30 a.m. Grab the book, because either way I'm running around the park, because otherwise too exhausted, it's late, and then we leave, and who knows when I'll come back, and who knows if this book will still be around and I can get the stickers or not in the future. I hope I can, but I don't know if it'll be like 10 years before I come to Disney again, because the last time I was there is like one of the parks was like 15 years ago. So this is really cool. Of course it's not mandatory, but it's like really sentimental. You go around, you listen to stuff, and it really fits their theme. So like each one. So I didn't buy anything here here that's like super heavy, but I got this really cool World of Pandora avatar in the avatar place. Heads up, it does come with if you go online, you can probably check out the picture, but this was originally tied to here, but it's really loosely done, and I feel like this will get dirty or lost. So what I'll do is I will be putting this aside to store it for safekeeping, because it hangs here. It's like really nice, but I want to use this and actually enjoy using this. So I don't want to lose this, because I like to keep everything as much as possible. Oh, and yeah, so this is the yeah, so we drew Bruce. So they have like different themes, and then there's an artist that teaches you how to draw, which is actually super cool. And then it's the paper, the extra one, and had one. Post that up on my Instagram. And yeah, this was like the best one. So a lot of this stuff, like, you can buy it on eBay for like 2-3 times the amount of money, but you know, if you're at the park, it's really cool. It's a good memento. It's a good memory. And so we basically went here, Circle, Bugs Life. The Rapids wasn't really working. Bird Show we skipped a bit because it wasn't like what for us. It was like whatever so much. Went around Entrance. We felt like we were done with the park probably around like 4:30 minus this book, because we were able to hit all the rides and maximize the Genie Pass and everything. But definitely don't miss the World of Pandora. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to make another video or answer them in my comments. Thanks for listening to my rant, wherever you are. Hopefully I'm able to add value to you. And then that's really what I aim to do. Like, to try to share my experience with you guys. And yeah, have a great day.